Just so you know, this is silly town.
So this is gonna be another fun food one. Hi. Hello, everyone. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're kicking things off.
My eyeballs were so deep in my everything leftover salad. Like, this is like,
those are like the best salads.
I literally had like 6 olives and like 5 tomatoes and like 4 big leaves of lettuce and some chickpeas. And I was like, well, this is a lot of different little containers in my fridge taking up space. So I'm just going to put them all in the container with the lettuce and eat it. So that's what's happening right now. This looks like a Christmas tree. You can't see it. Oh yeah, you can hold it. It actually wasn't that exciting. So never mind. It's fine.
I have my pot of ramen again, but I made cheese sticks and I'm dipping my cheese sticks in it because I'm a heathen.
That actually sounds really good. I did have a slice of leftover pizza too, so like I just don't know. I don't want anybody that listens regularly to assume that I just all of a sudden eat healthy all the time because I'm a big fan of balance. So a leftover slice of extra cheese pizza with my fridge salad feels appropriate. Also, I have my whole protein shake next to me, so I'm eating like 3 meals in one, which is not a great idea. But what I'm doing.
Well, yeah. What did you? I want to hear about your day.
Wait, but first we were talking about your cornstarch mouth for your birthday. Anything else from your birthday shoot?
Oh yeah. Well, I kind of did like 3 separate shoots. Because I just woke up and I'm just like, I have. Actually, the first one that I did from like the first picture that I posted was actually like as it hit the time of my birthday, like before I went to sleep. And then I did the corn syrup mouth one.
Corn syrup mouth.
And so that was a whole other production because I did like, the clown face and mixed up my fake blood and all that shit. And then, so I guess it was kind of 4 actually. Because then I did a whole other one for my slice of cake. Just entirely unnecessary, but it came out cool, so I'm really happy with it. And then after I was like settling down for the night, I was just like, you know what? I'm feeling very body positive today, so we're gonna try out this last one. And I think they all came out really good. I like when I just randomly get ideas and I'm able to execute it fairly easily.
I don't know what that's like, so.
Oh, somebody's just gonna try the weird shit. Sometimes it works out.
I still need to finish styling my shoots for Sunday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. I have most of everything, but not one of the looks is totally complete. And I'm trying to shoot 3, so we'll see how that goes. And I need to make the playlists for them. Just can't do it without a playlist, because...
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that makes sense. I did that once with the Bridge Witch one that I did.
Yeah.
Down on like... Well, yeah, that's what I have it stored in my files as, like the Bridge Witch. But because that was the bridge from the Bad Omens self-titled album. So the whole time I was down there doing it, I was listening to that album because I was like, this just makes sense. But yeah.
I just like, the pictures come out really good, but I'm like incredibly awkward in the shoot. And like Vinny's always like, just relax, just like do whatever you want. And I'm just like, I don't know, do I do this? The fact that they come out the way they do, I don't know.
Yeah.
But I do try to like try out different playlists to make it less like that.
Yeah.
So
posing can be hard.
The first one, well, I don't know what order we're going to do them in, but originally when I was kind of feeling like shit about my body, I bought that. We were going to do something like mostly dark with me like tied up in like string lights. And I want to do a heavier playlist for that. I did end up buying that bodysuit that like I need to put back on, but it looked really good when I bought it. So we'll see. So I think that one actually might be last because we need the least amount of light for that.
Makes sense.
And then I went to buy a super oversized blazer, and I found a sparkly one,
Yeah.
black. And so the next look is like that. And I was gonna do this red lace teddy underneath, but it's from Shein. Shein. I don't know how the fuck you say it.
Yeah.
And the crotch is like super loose, so it's like that's not sexy. So instead, I'm just gonna
Yeah.
use a black, red seamless thong, no top, button the blazer, and I have favorite heels with the spikes on them. And then
I
the
love
last,
the button blazer with the nothing underneath. It's
Mhm.
a solid vibe.
Yep. And then, um, the last one is like just my casual fuckboy vibe. So I bought men's boxer briefs.
Yeah.
And I'm do like a, I don't know what you're really supposed to call them, but I'm from New Jersey. We call them wife beaters. So I'm gonna take like a men's beater, crop it, messy.
Yeah.
And I want to wear my docs and my beanie. Just be like on the couch lounging.
I'm excited to see how they turn out.
We'll see how if any of those turn out into what I want them to look like, but it's fine.
I'm sure it'll be good.
It'll be fun either way.
Yeah.
So that's going down. And then this really fucking hurts. This tattoo is like a tight skin healing point now because of all the color. And I was at the gym and I felt like it was exploding. And then I had a session with my coach today because yes, I have a coach. And we were working on my rebrand because I don't think I'm going to launch the site right away. I had to like prioritize where I'm spending money for now until I know how the bar is going to be. Because I worked at the bar yesterday, but it's slow out here for at least until March. So anyway, so I was working with my coach on the branding, and I landed on something I really like. So I bought the domain, and I snagged 2 different versions of the handle on Instagram.
That's exciting.
And then I ran it through my friend that I'm hiring to do all the work, all the branding work. And I was like, hear me out. Here's where I think I'm going with this. Like, give me your reaction as an expert. Also, there are 2 other brands that are similar, but they do different things, and they're both small. So one is a creative consultant, like literally someone that teaches people how to place ads and do all kinds of creative work.
Yeah.
And then the other one is someone that specializes in EFT tapping, but only works with creatives, which is so super niche. And I wish I had the balls because that's probably pretty sick. So I think it's fine. And they're also, the names are slightly different. So I'm very excited about it. And I will tell you the name offline because that is just going to be like a whole launch. Ow, everything is bruised too. I bruise so easily. My whole arm is yellow underneath this. Like I can see little tinges of yellow.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was really exciting. So now I'm just
That's so
emailing
exciting.
back and forth with Bobby about because it's like I changed the scope of the project to start, so he's got to like rework pricing and stuff for like what it would be now and then what it would be when we pick up the rest later.
Ow.
You burn yourself? What happened?
I overcooked part of my cheese stick and it was really hard.
Oh no. Yeah, so that was today.
That's super exciting. Sounds like you're being really productive, and I love that. I'm excited to see how all this shapes out.
Yeah, I know, me too. Let's see if I take it to the finish line. I like ideas. I don't always like executing.
That's fair.
However, if I don't execute on this one, the idea never sees the light of day. So
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes. This is just a me idea. Kind of how like I wanted to do a podcast for years and I didn't execute on it till you did.
There's a reason for everything.
Yeah. But I don't know, I'm excited. I ran the idea, the brand and kind of the background. I'll send you the text that I sent everybody that I asked, but like I do a lot of my thinking still with all of my friends from my last job. So I like texted them and I was like, do you guys want to have an ideation session around my brand on Friday? Is anybody around? And a couple of them were going to join. And I texted them and I was like, maybe we don't need the session. Can you react to this? Like,
Yeah.
like in whenever you get to this today. And it was really positive. So I sent it to my friend's partner, who is also my friend, who is a filmmaker. And I was like, hey, react to this. Like, pretend that you had this marketed to you.
Yeah.
See what you think. I haven't heard back from him yet, but he's been working. So we'll see how it goes.
I'm so excited for you.
I'm very stoked. I actually like it a lot. I was able to use alliteration too. I was trying to get away from alliteration, but my brain just, it likes it so clean.
I think it tickles a lot of people's brains.
It was really hard to get away from it. I was using C's in my original ideas, like the letter C was the alliteration. And I told my coach, I was like, we don't have to do this. I'm like, but I just know that this is what my brain does, and you will have to push me out of this box. And it was kind of funny because instead of pushing me out of that box, he pushed me out of the box for the word I was attached to.
Well,
Yes.
oh, I feel like I like alliteration. I did the same thing with my photography thing because I was trying to, like, it was a toss up between like my name or my nickname. And I was like, oh, I think, like, even though it's not like, it's not proper alliteration, it's just like the sound of it, but I don't know.
So. Yeah, and I was trying to think of like, those are brands that stick for me too, right?
Yeah.
So there's a little bit of bias there, but I feel like it's easy to remember.
Or something about the way it flows, yeah.
Yep. That was long.
Oh, did you? I want your thoughts on the Set the Tone.
Oh, I listened to 2 songs. I can totally understand now where you got Bare Naked Ladies from.
Okay.
It's not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
I did also then have ADHD and not listen to the other 2 of the 4, which is weird. But
well, I'm on like day 5 of still listening to this.
still those 4.
Yes.
No, it was good. It was not what I was expecting. It's very different from a lot of what I've been listening to from that whole graphical location.
Yeah. I feel like it's a nice separation from like the heavier stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
It had like just a fun vibe. Because that's my other thing is I like fun and bouncy. Like I'm one of the bands I really like is The Strike, and they have a lot of that like 80s synth pop feel in the background.
Yeah.
Like also I cried this morning because I saw a video of Taylor Hanson crying while he was performing a song in Jamaica. So I've had like had a little bit of a musical journey in the last 12 hours.
Love that.
No, more than 12 because you told me to listen Monday and I listened yesterday, so more than 12.
And then we got New Glass Heart this week. Oh, I'm fucking jazzed.
I'm gonna fight them.
Listen, I need a new song, okay? Like, I put their shit on repeat also, and I need a little something new in there.
I'm done with everybody's teases. Like, just drop the fucking song. Don't tell me anything till it's out. I can't. I have anxiety. Yeah. Like, hello. We're mentally ill. Most of us are mentally ill. Understand your fan base. That's still a mentally ill fan base.
Yeah. I don't know. At least they have.
Very excited.
I see it as like at least they have the decency to let us know something is coming and when it's coming before it's like coming tomorrow. Give us $500. You know.
Yeah.
I'd prefer a tease over shit like that.
I won't say I just bought tickets to 2 tours and I had less than 24 hours to decide if I wanted to buy both. Hey, can you not? They're probably very loud. I do hate that new trend. Like, just fucking give me a couple months because I need to like. It's like you need a fucking spreadsheet.
Yeah.
At a certain point, right? Like as we get further into the year, I'm gonna need a spreadsheet to figure out what I can and can't do.
Right.
Not a literal spreadsheet, but I don't know. Maybe a literal spreadsheet. We'll see. Everything I
love
have
a good spreadsheet.
Everything I have before June is in the US, and everything after June is in the UK right now. And somewhere there's gonna be a conflict.
Yeah.
I have an idea where it's gonna sit, and so I have some space in that area of the year. But like, I don't know. I would like to know more than 24 hours in advance so that I could
Yeah.
just.
Speaking of tours, did we talk about? I don't think we talked about it because I think I just saw something about it yesterday. The sheer disappointment I feel over this fucking home team announcement.
Oh, I think they're.
I'm
Yeah.
so fucking pissed. You spend your whole career up till this point marketing on being like feminists and progressives and safe scene yada yada bullshit, and then you decide to tour with fucking Dance Gavin Dance. Get so far out of my fucking face.
It's so I don't know as much about the home team, but I know that all I saw, I like them, but I don't know their whole
Yeah.
shtick. But it's literally all I saw for like.
Yeah.
I think I opened Twitter and all I saw was I'm like, why is there 400 fucking Dance Gavin Dance tour posters? And then I'm like, oh, I see. There's something happening here.
Yeah. I'm like,
I,
they're good live. I'll give them that. I got to see them a couple months ago. Yeah, I saw them in November when they were here, and they're really good live. I actually think I liked the two bands that opened for them more than them because I left before the encore. Like I went to talk to the two of the people from the first band, and then I got some shit, and then I'm just like, all right, I'm out. So I didn't even stay for like their last song or anything, and they're good, but like I'm really fucking disappointed. Like,
it's tough. It's fucking
yeah,
not fun to see.
no,
It's not fun to see. I have made up my mind about um falling in reverse because I think Ronnie Radke just went so far off the ledge in the last like week and a half, like somehow even further than I could
yeah,
have imagined. So I'm just like I've opened up one video and I was like, nope, there it is. I'm done. I've reached the end of my rope.
yeah,
I've reached the end of my maybe someone just needs to pull him back from the marketing angle. That's not what it is for me anymore.
yeah.
Now I'm all set. I'm all I just had to get there on my own time, but I'm all set with that.
Well, I'm glad you finally came over to the hater side. We'd love to see
Well,
it.
one less thing I need to have
Uh,
cognitive dissonance about, you know?
yeah. Um, I don't know what station my assistant manager put on the other day, but it was just the two of us, and I was like, I was vibing. The station was just amazing song after amazing song. I was loving it, and then that fucking one of their songs came on, and it was like that same feeling you get when you see a Cybertruck in the wild. And I immediately just like went back to the way I'm like, I'm not listening to this garbage. It was so bad. Like I understand he was trying to be like edgy and like fuck you guys, like yeah, I'm the bad guy. But it's like it's not cool and edgy because you actually genuinely are a bad person. So like writing a whole song about how you're a piece of shit but not actually taking accountability for being a piece of shit is just it's not working. I'm sorry.
The way he started, and this is like I think we're probably going back like 2 years at this point. I mean, like when he first started doing his little reply videos, his like main point was that it's not right that people just get to basically like emotionally abuse celebrities and things like that, right? Get to say whatever you want, you have to be okay with it, but if you say it to other people, it's and I was like, oh, that actually makes me think a little bit. Like that's kind of a halfway decent take. And
If
then
you're
it
not, I mean, if you're not saying a bunch of transphobic and racist shit, yeah, that's fine.
well, yeah. So like when I'm saying like literally probably 2 years ago, he wasn't at that point. And I was like, oh, this is an interesting take coming from someone that like is just saying it directly without any regard for what impact it has for them. And then he got a little edgier, and I was like, you know, this must be a marketing angle. And then he got a little crazy, and then I was like, maybe he'll dial it back and realize that he's pushing it too. And it's just, this last week, I think he kicked it off with like Happy New Year. They them pronouns are canceled or something like that. And I was like, nope, I'm all set. Like now you're nope, there's no coming back. Like this is not I can't.
And then he posted a picture with fucking Manson, and I was just like, you just really are one of the most irredeemable people I've ever seen.
Doesn't care. And I guess as long as you make money, right? That some people don't care as long as the checks come in, and
Yeah.
that's a choice. You're entitled to make it. But
Yeah.
that was my and then there was just a bunch of videos this week because he comes up on my feed still, and I was like, nope, I'm all set. This is
Yeah.
what I needed. I guess I needed you to take it just like 75 steps too far for me to even try to understand you.
Yeah.
That's hard for me because like a lot of what I do is like use like give people more grace than they probably need. That's actually my problem anyway. I shouldn't blame that on what I do because that was always my problem.
Yeah.
But then I'm like, then you just like push me too far, and I'm like, nope, that's who you are. It's not a
Yeah.
mistake. You don't want to learn. This is who you're happy to be.
Yeah. And like I'm honestly I'm the exact same way. Like I've had so many people in my life that I've given all the grace to and like tried to, work with and whatever. And I don't know, I feel like that's one of the things about growing is like you have to really work hard to realize, especially as like a people pleaser, when you have to just fucking stop. Because like after a certain point, it's like it's not even that they don't know. They're genuinely just aware that you aren't giving up. And so why would they change because you're still there? You know?
No, I'm done there.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's good because my brain is like a constant pool of cognitive dissonance, both in good and bad ways. So it's one less thing in there for
Yeah.
me to worry about. Not that I was worried. Oh, did I break my nail? That's all right. They need to get done on Saturday anyway. I leave in 7 days.
Yay.
Do I have anything done? No.
Of course not. Why would no? That's not your style.
Well, no, I haven't.
I would expect nothing. I would expect nothing less. What do you mean?
I haven't even done my laundry, which is actually not that bad because before I left last time, I did all my laundry there,
Yeah.
except what I was wearing and like maybe 3 things. But like I haven't done any laundry since I've been back. And then I have to drop off all the comforters because my dog sitter will be here. And I have to clear up some space on my table, which is still full of clothing that I'm sorting through. I made so much progress with the donations and stuff, and then I just stopped. And so it still looks the same, even though I've gotten so much out of here. And I'm not going to do it tomorrow because tomorrow I have work, and then I'm going to either, I don't know if I'm training or working a party at the bar because, like, I'm going to be honest, there wasn't a whole lot of training involved yesterday. Which is fine. I just like worked the shift, and then the girl that trained me gave me some of her tips, and I was like, "You do not need to give me these." And she was like, "No, you helped out a lot." And I was like, "Yes, but I don't need you to give me these." And she was like, "Just take them." It was very firm, and I was like, "Well, thank you." Yes. So we'll see, but I guess Friday. Friday I have to do it. Friday I have to. Friday will be laundry day. I'm putting it out there. Wait, I need to check the weather. If Friday,
I feel like this one's also going to be a little bit easier because it's such a short trip, so you don't have to worry about like packing heavy like you have for the last few trips.
I'm not concerned about packing at all. I'm concerned about getting everything straightened out enough for Callie while she's here
Oh, that's fair.
because she's invaluable. So I want to make sure that she doesn't expect me to be super organized or neat, but I like
Just
to make
like a polite level of it. Yeah.
like as comfortable as possible. Oh, yes, put it on the set list, you fuck. That's why I tagged you. Sorry. An Archer's song came on my shuffle today, and I was like, put out on my story, and I was like, put this on the set list. And then they just reposted it. Like, should we? Like, yeah, that's why I said it. You should. Standard banger. Come on.
Don't. I don't think I've listened to them. I think they've been on my list, but I keep falling into these holes of hyperfixation earworm shit, and I don't know. I have too much stuff on my list that's like, you need to listen to this, or you need to watch this, or whatever. And I'm just like, but hear me out. What if I listen to the same thing I've been listening to for a week? What if I watch this show I've seen 12 times already?
Watch the entire season of Friends for the 87th time. I say watch because I don't pay attention to like what I
Yeah.
watch. It's just like sometimes it's on with music and I'm reading. Like
Yeah.
I think I made the joke that I'm Andy Warhol already because supposedly that's how he created. But like I just watched, air quotes, the entire series of How I Met Your Mother for probably the 6th time. And then the thing that I do is then when it ends, I don't really feel like thinking about what I'm going to watch next, so I just put it back on again. So I'm almost through the series twice in like the last 2 months.
So funny thing, I actually just restarted watching that yesterday.
So it's so good. Well, it's so good for a long time because Jason Segel's in that, right? I always say
Yes.
Jason. That's not him.
Yeah, no, Jason Segel's amazing. Like, obviously there's so much of it that's like problematic as fuck with like trans jokes and all sorts of other shit. Really, really bad. But I also feel like it's important to like acknowledge when you like stuff that's kind of problematic like that. Like, it's, I don't know. And I can, Friends is the same way. It's like, obviously watching it through the lens of like, I'm a queer person, I'm a trans person, like whatever, like, yeah, seeing that stuff, it's like, that fucking sucked. Anyway, moving on, continue watching it because I don't think nobody's even profiting off that shit anymore. Like,
I don't think so, no. And I think it was from, I don't know, it was from a less woke time. It was kind of like towards the end of Friends. Things in like the woke space started coming to the surface, and they just randomly made Ross date a black chick because someone made a comment that was like, "There's no people of color in this show." And they're like, "Oh look, Ross dates this black girl now," and I'm like, "Well,
they're very white shows, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't that smooth.
Yeah,
you didn't introduce that in the best way possible." And then Chandler's mom is problematic in that show because Chandler's mom is actually like, well, Chandler's dad is actually intended to be transgender, but they just treat him like a drag queen, basically.
yeah.
Like, you didn't do that right either.
Yeah.
Hopefully we've learned. What is on your cup? I'm sorry, I just got distracted.
Which one?
Many things.
Yes. So we have Ghibli. Oh fuck, what's that other artist's name?
I don't know.
Oh, I cannot remember. But he's the Japanese horror artist.
Oh.
More Ghibli. Jesus, because why not?
Jesus.
It's like the classical. I got a classical art pack of stickers, so I have Jesus and then the moon from Starry Night, and then whatever this fucking weird ass rabbit is. Half the time I get sticker packs, and I'm like, I don't know what this is from, but it looks cool, so it's going on the cup. I have like 3 water bottles that look like this. Actually, one of my water bottles says "Tum" on it.
There you go. The jar.
But yeah, the only reason I hate it though is because it's a metal water bottle and the lid on it is also metal. So when I unscrew it, I can hear the metal scraping against the metal, so I basically never use it, unfortunately. Unless it's like the only one that'll fit in my bag. Because this one obviously I can't put in a backpack because it's a cup with like a hole on the lid. But this is I just gave birth cup. It was my 3rd one because I lost the first 2.
Oh, like from the hospital.
Yeah.
Everybody loves those.
Oh, they're amazing. It holds a whole 32 ounces, so solid amount. Then I also have a gallon jug that it had like little motivational, like hourly bits on it, like, oh, by 9 a.m. you should drink that much, and then it's like, keep going, you're so close, whatever. And so I covered it all with the stickers because I'm like, this feels so condescending. You are literally just a water bottle. But it was the biggest one I could find, so I was like, I want it because I like the size, but like, shut up.
I've never liked those.
I'm so normal.
What I liked before I learned how recycling is kind of a fucking scam, at least out by where I live, it is.
Everywhere.
But before I knew that, and I actually thought that when I went and fucking spent an exorbitant amount of time recycling my bottles that I would collect in large garbage bags so that it was worth my time to go. I used to just take out the number of water bottles I had to drink for the day and just line them up next to me while I worked. And I liked that because every time I got done with one, I got to put it in my little fucking recycling bag. I was like, oh, look how much smaller the stack is. And then I learned that when you bring things to recycling here, unless you actually bring them to the recycling center yourself, they often don't go to the recycling center. So now I don't do that anymore. So,
and even the process of like actually recycling plastic is not great. So it's all shit.
yeah.
Like
So
if I buy a plastic water bottle because like I forgot my reusable one at home or something, I'll get the biggest fucking one the gas station has, and I'll just use it repeatedly for like 2 weeks until I'm like I've probably swallowed enough microplastics. It's time. Well, let's move on.
I've earned maybe a new one. I've earned the damage I've done to the environment. This really is. So sorry.
I am full of microplastics, but I am also full of love, so it's okay.
Yeah. So that was my favorite. It made me feel so accomplished. And then when I learned all that, I was like, wow. Now I feel fucking stupid.
It's I don't know the way they put so much pressure on us like growing up to do all that shit. So like I feel like almost everybody that was raised in like the general generation range of like where we are probably went through a similar kind of situation as that because it's just like that's what we were fucking taught. Growing up is just learning that we were lied to our whole lives.
Much, right? And it's so annoying because it's such a fucking project here. Like I live in a complex and we have dumpsters, but we don't have like recycling dumpsters. So when I was doing it, I have to bring it to the store and put each bottle in the machine one at a time. And a lot of times you have to wait online because you get the deposit back here. So you got all the people that have collected them from their friends and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I would just hand my bags over to someone else. Like, here, do you want these? Because I don't give a fuck about the $3 or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, the amount of time that I wasted doing that on top of wasting the plastic.
Yeah. They do it with cans here. We have like a can recycling center that you could take in, but you can't take in like smashed cans.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes up so much more room. But
I think ours is the same because they have to be able to scan the barcodes.
That makes sense.
It's the same for plastic bottles too.
Yeah. But yeah, so I have like everywhere around here they like replaced everybody's like trash cans and dumpster all the residential trash cans and gave everybody like recycling ones also, but mine is just like cardboard boxes, like the food cardboard stuff. Like that, and then mostly cans because they're like the only things that we have. Like I don't really buy anything in plastic.
Mm-hmm.
So, but we also have like a glass recycling thing here. So, I don't really put anything in glass or keep any glass either, or get anything in glass. I don't fucking drink wine.
That's the only glass I have is wine.
Yeah.
Even if I get beer, it's usually in cans.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's just so you know, that was last year that I learned recycling was a lie. It's a long time.
Listen, what are you gonna do?
I mean nothing. I just at least I know what the three branches of government are, I guess.
Yeah.
I just choked on my spit, and now I'm screaming.
Love that.
I don't know how we got to.
I feel like there was something else. I can't remember now.
Probably, however, we got to recycling. Water.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, now I'm choking on my spit. I don't know. I did my vision board. I'm very excited.
Oh my god, I'm so glad you said that. Keep talking, but I'm writing it on my list if you see me.
I did a little bit more than I did last year because last year I basically just made a Pinterest board with like a bunch of different stuff. But this year I like downloaded a bunch of pictures and like built one in Procreate.
Okay.
And it's getting set as the background on my tablet because I use my tablet all the fucking time. And last year I made the vision board and I didn't fucking look at it until I like the conversation came up a couple of weeks ago of like doing one for this year.
Uh-huh.
And then I looked back and I was like, oh damn, you know, it kind of fucking worked. So I'm like, maybe this year if I'm a little bit more focused and I have to like look at it all the time and like remind myself of what my goals are, maybe it'll work a little harder. So we'll see. But no one gets to see it until until next year. Because I don't know. Weird suspicions, whatever. It's one of those things like you don't tell people your birthday wish or else it won't come true kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Understand.
nobody gets to see the vision until it's happening.
I'm the opposite. I have to put it out there because then I hold myself accountable. But what do you call it? So last year I made mine in Canva.
Yeah.
And so that was on my phone. I put it out there. Now I meant to open it up and do a little reflection on it when I was doing all that reflection stuff. So I need to do that and then I need to make a new one. But I remember I'm still choking. One of the keywords that I used to build it was adventure.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd say you did a pretty good job there.
I would say I did too. I'm going to send you that when we hang up too. I'm going to send you my brand ideas and my vision board. And you can tell me how I did my vision board since you know what my life is.
I want your thoughts on my spread that I did yesterday.
Oh, wait, where is it?
Actually, I can send you like the spread that I did and then like the cards really quick because I'm curious.
Does this say Formy?
Yeah, it is. If you notice, PP and fingers are also worms.
Wait, what?
Worms.
I can't read fingers. I assume it says, "Would you still love me if I were a worm?"
Yes, and then PP's is it's not gay to kiss your friends if you're worms.
I like it.
I will forward you the picture for context.
Let's see. So wait, why is this putting me in the middle of our chat and not where? Oh, I see.
Oh, yes, so that's yeah. I sent that. I'm like, hey, it's us, and then it spiraled. So now we're worms.
Yeah, to be fair, fingers was a worm last time we talked anyway. So
no, I literally said so. After that all that happened, I like had the realization of our conversation. I'm like, you guys won't hear this episode for a couple of weeks, but we have come full circle. So
you were already a worm, you just didn't know yet.
Yeah. And then I'm like, I also just remembered that I called it a brain worm and not an earworm. And they're like, it's fine. I am a brain worm anyway. So, it's
on brand. Oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
I think I like scraped my elbow too. Okay, wait, sorry, let me look at the spread.
Yeah.
Oh, how did you feel about it?
I felt really good.
I like
that's the second time in 2 weeks that I've pulled death as my clarifier or as my guidance card. So I'm like, okay, let's fucking go. Last time I was a little bit annoyed about it. But this time I'm just like, no, that's exactly where it should be. And I don't hate that because like, obviously death card, very much Scorpio energy, and like I obviously have my very strong pull towards Scorpio energy. But yeah, I don't know. I don't hate it.
It's a deeply misunderstood card.
Oh yeah.
Like people are scared of it, but it's like, who doesn't want to end a cycle?
Right.
Because I do.
Yeah. And for the fact that it happened like on my birthday is just it felt very right. Especially because like I've been talking a little bit to some people about kind of like moving past this last year of like self-reflection and everything that I've done like by myself, and kind of trying to move forward and putting myself back out there, like whether it be just career wise or like romantically or whatever. And so it kind of felt like a little bit like confirmation that like it was like, yeah, this is the time to be reborn. So yeah, I'm fucking with it.
This whole thing is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking through, like, the whole thing is kind of crazy. Like, being called into learning and growth, working through inner strength, overcoming abandonment issues and grief. But they hold you back. Hold you back. This one I'm a little. Tell me about number 4. Your Queen of Swords. How did that hit you? How did that hit for you?
Hold on. 1 minute, please.
Go.
So I have the memory span of a worm also, so I've already forgotten the reflections that I and whatnot that I wrote down for it. Okay. What's holding me back? Because the book that I have like breaks it down a little bit more. So it has it sorted out by like general focus and then like more specific bits. So what's that? Number 7. Queen, where's the queen? Okay. So focus. Development, instruction, training, desire to break into a new area, deep thinking, Virgo energy. Which usually I'm like, Virgo.
Wait, which card are we talking about?
Queen of Swords. So that's kind of like the general focus. What I was looking
Virgo?
at was like, someone. Well, specifically, as someone with a Virgo temperament, which I as long as it's not like a Virgo, I think I can fuck with that. Because like I also like I have my Virgo Mars, so like I don't hate that.
I always see this as like, I always see the swords as air cards. So like this to me would be like an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini.
I don't. Aside from like the major cards, I don't necessarily always associate cards like with specific people, because like obviously like you have like Death, Scorpio, and then like Capricorn's the devil and yada yada. But this one it just says like there's somebody is supposed to be coming in to like help out with that shit. So like whatever it is that's holding me back. So that, and then I read the anxiety and the desire sections on it, because I'm like, usually what I want and what I'm scared of is more often than not what is actually holding me back in almost all aspects of my life. Because what if it doesn't work out? What if it does work out? That's who I am. So whatever happens, what I want is always going to be what's making me anxious and like what's holding me back. So uncertain future stuff, but you know, I don't. I'm struggling to like come to peace with that, and you know, stressing about like what is like things not happening quickly enough, basically, which obviously always stresses me out because I'm like, just let's fucking go, let's get it moving. Which is another lesson that I'm working on with the whole Saturn thing and my patience, and like the things will come. I just have to chill the fuck out and stop trying to like control the when.
Correct.
But I'm not good at that. So obviously that makes sense that that's part of what is holding me back. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like overall it all made it kind of all made sense. Felt appropriate. It wasn't super specific, which is okay because I wasn't looking for one specific answer to anything. It was kind of just like a general all over thing. But I don't know. I'm fucking with it. So.
It's very fluid, and
Yeah.
it makes sense to me. So I think of the suits, like the suits for me, the way that I learned it, or the way that it resonates for me, is wands are your fire signs, swords are your air signs, cups are your water signs, and your pentacles are your earth signs. And also that card specifically, if I were seeing it as a person coming in, they tend to be like a no bullshit person. So like they're gonna call you on your shit. If they come in to help you and you're in your own way, like they're gonna fucking call you on your shit. And you're gonna be like, oh, it was you. You were the one, like, which could also be Virgo energy, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Boiling it down.
I mean, no, honestly, even with you saying that, like, that makes perfect sense to me because that's kind of how I feel like my Mars interacts with people, like when, especially like specifically in arguments with people, because it's like I'm coming with sources. I'm coming with all the facts. Like I've checked my shit 3 fucking times. Shut up, you're wrong. Like, so no, that makes sense.
If I don't know I'm right, I'm not coming.
Exactly. Like, why would I be here? This is why I'm always willing to die on like every hill because like I'm not making stuff up. Like, there's a reason I'm saying it.
Me, I'm always like very selective about I'm like, I'm gonna say something about everything, but I'll let you know if this isn't my hill. But I'm still gonna say what I want to say anyway.
Yeah. No, I will die on every
hill.
Could
be wrong. So this won't be my hill, but this is what I think.
Yeah.
I like it. It's very cohesive, and I'm a fan of the death card. I just pulled the death. Did I just pull the death card yesterday? I think I just pulled the death card. I had a weird reading yesterday, and I'm like 90% sure I just pulled the death card again. Like good weird.
Yeah.
But I'm getting the messaging is consistent. Every reading I've had since the beginning of the year, which is obviously only a couple weeks, but like it's this constant leave your baggage at the door shit. And then it was funny because I saw the first card I pulled yesterday was a death card. And so I saw a meme today because this is also the first, like the last couple of months are the first time I've even pulled cards with any remote interest in whether or not I'll meet someone that I might want to date.
Yeah.
And it's very much like, yeah, you can, but leave your shit at the door. And I'm very much like, well, my shit's at the door. What the fuck? Leave me alone. But then I saw like a meme today that was like, it was a reminder, something that I knew, but it was basically like the right relationships, and this isn't any friendships too, right? Like in any instance, won't feel good. They'll actually bring up pain first. Like they'll make you look at your shit, basically. And I was like, oh, that's the reminder. Like no matter who I meet this year, whether it's a new friend or getting closer with people that I've met or meet someone to date, like I'm going to have to remember that my baggage is going to come back up. And I need to fucking like, I'm telling everyone, I'm like, if I make a new friend or if I say I like a boy or something, like just remind me, my shit's going to come up. Something's going to be
it's like a test of like how ready you are for whatever's coming. Like
that's what I think. That's what the message is, right? Like, hey, here, have whatever you want. Now, to be fair, FedEx would still have to airdrop a man at my door because I'm still not going to do shit. To be clear, like, so maybe it's a new friend, or maybe it's a friend that's like new that I'm going to get closer to. Yeah. But like the test and the reminder is like, hey, by the way, yes, you can have this, and remember that your shit's going to come up, and it's your job to figure out what to do with it, so you don't fuck it up.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm really glad that makes sense because it took me all of last year to integrate the trust your intuition message. So maybe I can actually do something with this message sooner this year.
You got this.
Yes. It's literally nothing is happening. It's literally just people are coming home from work time all of a sudden. And that's not allowed. No one else is allowed to live here.
Thanks. Of course not.
I actually kind of wish I could have seen that in the moment. Want to go to bed or no? I can't tell if it was my neighbor or her dog Walker. She has it's like I think it's a healer mix, but it's big. Like Noelle's kind of big. She's
Yeah.
bigger than my dogs, and I don't know if it was, I don't know if that was my neighbor or her dog Walker, but Noelle just like was running down the street, down the sidewalk with her flapping behind her like a flag. She eventually got her footing, but it didn't look like it was going to go well for a minute. I can't watch her fall. You don't have to scream all the time. There's like they have volumes of bark. Like
Yeah.
that's actually screaming.
Yeah.
They have other volumes that are much more manageable,
Yeah.
but not great.
Bess does that too. Like he'll do his little soft boof kind of
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah, Harley
And
has a
then-
whisper bark. Harley has like 3 levels. She has like a whisper bark, and then she has like a regular bark, and then she screams. And Dakota only has whine or scream. He doesn't really have anything in the
Baz's 3rd level is a whine scream.
middle. Oh.
So he has like his little whisper bark, his like alert bark,
Mhm.
and then his whiny bitch baby scream thing. And that one's like the worst. Because I'll be like literally 2 feet away from the door. Like he can see me walking to the door to let him back in, and he'll start doing it. And I'm like, bro, I know you can see me. I'm coming, I swear.
Yeah, like stop it. Oh, what is happening? Dude, my arm is killing me. It's so sore. Dakota sat on it this morning,
Oof.
which wasn't better. And then I yelped, and then he got scared, and then I'm like comforting him while my arm is throbbing. I kept walking into things like arm first last night too, and I hope I didn't like fuck it up. I hope it still just heals good because it right now looks pretty good. It doesn't look like there's a lot of like color rejecting, if any. I never go for touch ups, so hopefully it doesn't, because then it's just gonna look like that forever.
I don't think I've ever done touch-ups either.
I never.
I really should, on like my fingers at least, because they look like I've had them for 40 years. But that's also just hands, and like I don't know if I care enough to do that all the time. I think I need to get touched up on the one that I got when we were in Colorado, just because the lines were so thin, and he just didn't go deep enough on some spots. But
My one that I got, one of the ones I got when I was in Newport, Kentucky, needs to be touched up. But like, she always reminds me, because she pushes so much color in that it's like not uncommon for little chunks of it to reject. And she's always like, just remember, you can come for a free touch up. And I'm just like, I'm never going to, because I'm not that picky.
yeah.
The only one she's ever touched up is the bat that she did, and that was because it was a flash and she wanted a picture. And it was like, well, you're gonna have to touch him up because the black pushed out. In some
That's
spots.
fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're gonna do. I'm gonna do like, I think I said this last time. A little piece on the elbow, right here needs like a piece. Right here needs something. There's a real fucked up part of me that thinks I want to tattoo my armpit, but we're gonna put that on a different table. And then like a spot here that needs a piece, and then I think for gap filler we're gonna do all black work.
That'd be cool.
I think. Hey, stop yelling! Stop it! Get anything. She just started barking from across the room. She didn't even bother to get up and see what he's barking at. She just barked because he was
Barking in solidarity.
pretty much, yeah. She's laying down. She gave me a full bark while laying down.
My dog is knocked the fuck out. And my cat is in his bed. So he's just laying on the floor.
It's so funny because they'll act like that just because someone is in the hallway. But my best friend she also has a healer, and all that dog does is bark. And if I have her on speaker and her dog is barking, they don't even react. They do not care. They do
I
not
feel
care.
like if I didn't have the headphones in and Baz could hear your dogs barking, he absolutely would set him off.
I think that's
But,
normal. I think
yeah.
it's weird that when they listen to her dog bark, they don't make a sound.
Maybe it's just too familiar. Because they hear it all the time, they're just like, okay, that's we know that dog, it's fine.
I mean, I guess. They never met her. They do hear her frequently, though, I guess. Oh my god. I guess maybe
we're time today.
Maybe we're done.
No. They have decided.
They've decided. They're like, it's like the kids. They're done. They're all set. They need attention.
Oh. Well, kind of a nice little bullshit day.
Yeah. Not too chaotic. Not totally focused.
Definitely need to burp again really bad.
I don't know what that's like.
It's in the deep belly.
I'm eating a lot of fiber, so it's real weird over here in general.
Oh.
It's a good time to live alone, basically. It's a lot going on over here.
Oh.
I think I've clocked a solid 40 grams of fiber a day for like the last 10 or 12 days in a row. Which is overkill, but it's okay.
Oh, this hurts. I need something carbonated.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. I'm gonna get my carbonated water after this.
There you go.
Oh no, it's coming. Nope, it's stuck. Well, we're gonna get off before I
before you actually
disgusting everyone listening. Thanks for joining us again.
And we end up fast.
We'll catch you next week. Bye.
Hey.